So I feel like this video was the most requested lately, and that is why today we are going to talk about 1960s and 70s maternity wear. I have done quite some research on this topic, and I gotta be honest with you, it's not that simple. There are different options, but there are just a few things you need to understand about the time back then, materials back then, and how maternity and being pregnant in general was viewed back in the 1960s. That I just threw all of these outfits together. These are looks that I have been loving and wearing a lot lately. And I put together all of these outfits from my regular clothing, so I didn't get any maternity pieces. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more in the video. But whether you're pregnant or not, these outfits will work for you if you're interested in 1960s and 70s fashion. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. When I first got pregnant and I was thinking about 1960s maternity pieces, the first thing that came to my mind were baby doll dresses. The baby doll silhouette was really popular in the 1960s, especially for pregnant women. I feel like to understand that a little bit more, you have to know that during the 1960s, stretchy fabrics weren't really a thing yet. So basically everything was made from cotton or wool and not really that stretchy. So when being pregnant, women would just opt for looser fitting clothes, like baby doll dresses. Famous examples for these are especially Jane Birkin and the beautiful Sharon Tate. They both wore a lot of these baby doll dresses. And that's why I decided to start this video off with this gorgeous little dress. I've had this baby doll dress for such a long time. I love the light color and how whimsical and floral it is. I've actually tailored this so it's really short, but it still fits me really well. And this was just a very classic maternity look at the time. I just styled that with some white tights and a lace-up boots. That was just a very classic look. And then I also added this really cute little sun hat because, to be honest, I'm just a little over winter right now. I cannot wait for summer. So this next look is an outfit I would wear pregnant or not, just like the first one. And it is very much inspired by François Hardy. It's this gorgeous little mod dress, and this is a corduroy brown dress with a zipper. I love this so much. And then I just put this beautiful little houndstooth jacket with it. I actually got this gifted by Jumperfabriken. They're a Sweden-based company, and they make 1960s inspired pieces, and they really take care of the quality. So all of their things are really high quality because their philosophy is that during the 60s, people would wear their clothes for a lot longer. So basically the reason why we now can wear clothes from that time is because the quality of clothing back then was so much better. And their philosophy is to bring that high quality back, which I absolutely love. I think this houndstooth jacket is so cute. I love it closed but also open. And I feel like this is a perfect little beatnik mod look. I also styled a hat with it, some boots, tan tights, and then that's pretty much it. But I felt like this was a really cute outfit. To be honest, I'm currently just wearing whatever fits me, and because that dress is like that stretchy corduroy, it actually still fits me really well. But as said, that was not the case with a lot of 1960s pieces, so people would usually get something like that, maybe like a few sizes up. You also have to understand that a lot of people in the 60s made their clothes themselves. So basically when you would get pregnant, you would just start to tailor everything to your new body and use the clothes that you already have. I have not bought a single maternity piece in my entire pregnancy, and I'm giving birth in a couple of weeks, so I'm almost through the entire process. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like maternity pieces and maternity wear is a huge industry right now, but I just don't want to spend money on something that I will only wear a couple of months and then I'm not able to wear that piece again. Or I feel like with a lot of these maternity pieces, the way that they're shaped, it just kind of looks a little odd on your body when you're not pregnant. And so when I'm thrifting now, I feel like I kind of gravitate more towards getting looser fits, and that's basically what was popular at the time. speaking of looser fits, another big trend was to just wear a skirt and leave that open. They would kind of like adjust the skirt and the way that they would close the button with a tie or something and just leave it open basically, and then wear a rather oversized blouse with it. I've had this one for years. It always reminds me of Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones. I feel like he would have loved this gorgeous piece, and I do too. I feel like usually before being pregnant I would tuck this shirt in and like put a vest with it or something just to make it look a little more fitted. But now that I'm pregnant, I love the oversized look. I feel like it's a really cool look. And so with that, I just styled a mini skirt and then some gorgeous two-tone tights, because I feel like with maternity pieces, a lot of people tend to tone it down, and I'm not about that. I actually had this thought that when I got pregnant, I was like, I'm gonna be a mom. Do I need to start dressing different? Do I need to start dressing more modest? But I don't think so. I honestly think I'm still the same person, just with a baby, and I'm going to wear whatever I like and whatever I feel good in. So I just want to encourage you, if you're just insecure about wearing the pieces you love, do it. You only live once, so just make it worth. Wear whatever you love.
I sit as waters flow and watch you grow all over in my garden, my garden.
So this next outfit is kind of highly inspired by groupies of the 60s, and especially Miss Pamela. And I honestly love this combination. So these are also pieces that I already had. This is a gorgeous 1930s nightgown made from silk. Miss P was actually the one who taught me about the whole philosophy of vintage in the 1960s. So basically she said that during the 1960s people would also wear things that were vintage. And so this 1930s dress just seems so fitting. And then I put this Jimmy Page inspired kimono with it. I just love this jacket and the embroidery. I feel like this is such a beautiful look. It's what I imagine every groupie would have worn while being pregnant in the 60s and 70s. And I just honestly really love that silhouette, and that loose fit is just extremely comfortable. So I just styled this with some sandals and kept it really simple.
But I will wait, forever wait. I'll wait as long as you would like. I'll stay with you all through.
When I started researching online and like looking at pictures of pregnant women from the 60s, or just trying to educate myself on the fashion, I had a really hard time. The muses that I usually draw inspiration for my outfits from, like Anita Pallenberg, Marianne Faithfull, Gail, Zappa, all of these women had children in the 60s and 70s. However, the amount of pictures of these women being pregnant are extremely limited. There are 5 to maybe 10 pictures of these women being pregnant and what they wore. I don't know, maybe these pictures are also just too private for them, but basically I had a little bit of a hard time finding these women and what they wore in the 1960s while being pregnant. I feel like the one person you kind of still find the most pictures of is Sharon Tate, which I think is both beautiful and tragic, but she had such a great maternity style. She wore a lot of baby doll dresses and dresses in general and looked so beautiful. And I'm actually planning on doing a video where I recreate famous 1960s people's maternity outfits. So if you have any pictures of someone from the 60s pregnant, please send them to me, because I have a hard time finding enough outfits to recreate. But basically another big trend were these sort of dresses. This isn't a baby doll dress in particular, but rather just a straight cut, loose fitted dress. What I really love about this is the psychedelic print. I kind of could see Gail Zappa wearing something like this. There's something so magical and whimsical about this that I just love. I could see a mod girl in the 60s walking down Carnaby Street in this. And I've got to be honest with you, I shortened this, and now that I'm pregnant it is extremely short, but I just wear shorts with it and I feel like it's good. But I really love this dress, and that's just a classic 1960s shape of maternity piece, because this is a very simple dress. It's pretty much straight cut. It's even like a little tighter under the arms, and then just goes out to be bigger at the bottom, and this isn't a maternity piece, but it's just a larger size. However, I love to wear this pregnant or not. I feel like it's just a cute look. I really like the oversized look of this dress, but it's also perfect to be worn with a bum. So next up is a rather 1970s inspired look, and that is this gorgeous striped dress. I've actually had this dress for a while now. I feel like if you've been following me, you've definitely seen this before. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I love this dress, which is why I never got rid of it, but I also never really got a ton of wear out of it. And I feel like one of the reasons for that was that I always thought it wasn't really flattering on me. It always fit me a little oddly. And so when I tried this back on being pregnant, I fell in love with it. I've worn this so many times recently with a turtleneck, with this gorgeous little knitted jacket. This is also Jumperfabriken. I felt like the blue and the blue would go really well together, and I love the little buttons down the front. I feel like this is a very timeless classic look. And I just got this in a medium because I also wanted to wear it as a pullover now that I'm pregnant, and it actually fits me really well. But what I wanted to say about this dress is that for me, seeing myself with the body I have right now and loving this dress more than I did when I wasn't pregnant was a weird but really freeing experience. As someone who struggled with an eating disorder so much and for so long, I had a little bit of a hard time adjusting to the body I have currently. Like, I understand my baby is a home for a child, and that is beautiful, but it still triggered me, to be honest. Being someone who struggled with anorexia extremely, I just had a hard time finding things that I like about my pregnant body other than the fact that it's making a child. And this dress actually kind of really helped me with that. And I feel like this goes for so many pieces, that sometimes seeing yourself with a body type that if your body changes, maybe you're in eating disorder recovery, or maybe your body just changed. I mean, it's pretty normal for that to happen. Try on pieces that you weren't really that secure about, because I feel like with pieces that you wear a lot, you start to notice your body changes way sooner. And I had an easier time accepting my new body, both in eating disorder recovery and now being pregnant, with pieces that I didn't really love on my pre-anorexia recovery body. So that's just a little bit about that, but let's get back to the actual video. To match the blue knitted cardigan, I also added this beautiful knitted bag. I think this is so cute. It's like one of my favorite purses, to be honest, and I'm sure it was handmade, but it's just such a cute piece. So this next look is one that I have worn a lot lately too, and it is basically the same idea of wearing a larger blouse, but this time with some flared pants. I feel like now that it's not 1960 or 1970 anymore, we have the luxury of having stretchy fabrics, and one of the pieces in my closet that I've definitely worn the most since being pregnant are velvet flares. I love that they're stretchy, they're so comfortable, I wear them all the time. Most of my regular jeans obviously don't really fit me anymore, so I'm so glad that I still have my velvet flares. I styled them with this beautiful blouse. I love the paisley print and how it has these dreamy balloon sleeves. I also really love to put this vest with it. I imagine that Anita Pallenberg and Marianne Faithfull wore styles like this while being pregnant, because they did when they weren't pregnant, so I feel like they would have utilized these pieces in their wardrobe. But basically this is just such a comfortable look. I also added some rings, a necklace, and some shoes, and I just really like how this outfit came together. I feel like it's a very cool and effortless look. For my final outfit, I decided to go with these two pieces. So basically, this is just a regular white blouse. I got this gifted by Elfseg last year, I believe, but the showstopper of this outfit is definitely the light yellow waistcoat. I love this piece a lot, and it was always too big on me, which is why I'm really happy that it now fits me so well. And I feel like these sort of shapes were really popular for pregnant women because, as you can see, it kind of flares out at the bottom and it has this rounded seam, and that actually makes a really flattering effect. I feel like the 60s, as said, were a lot about loose-fitting pregnancy and maternity wear, but I feel like sometimes you really want a little bit of shape in your outfit. At least I am like that. And so I love this waistcoat and just how beautiful it is, the whimsical little fabric and everything. I also did something that was really popular in the 60s with this look, but I feel like isn't really popular nowadays, and that is mixing a light yellow with a dark blue, like a navy blue. So I just styled this with a navy blue suede mini skirt and this beautiful bright blue beret, and I just love this look. I feel like it's a really cute look. As said, sometimes you just want to have a little bit of shape. I honestly love the baby doll, I love the oversized, but sometimes you just want to wear something different, and so I feel like this outfit is really good for those days. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Full disclosure, I filmed this before, like this sequence, because when I went and filmed the try-on clips earlier this morning, I came back and wanted to film this portion of the video on my new camera as well, but something about the settings was messed up, which is really sad because the sun came in really beautifully, kind of like this, but rather in the back because it was like half an hour earlier. But the settings were all messed up and the quality was horrible, so I quickly refilmed this, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below telling me which of these outfits you love the most. Also, if you have any more pregnancy outfit ideas that I could try. I hope you have a beautiful day. Go out, enjoy the beautiful sunny weather, spin a record that you love, light a candle, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye everybody.